So here we are in our studio, and as I said before, we are going to talk with our friend Lady True and understand how the things work behind the scenes from these small agencies, how people operate behind to make all the information reach to us when we watch the websites and search for ladies online. Thank you, Lady True. I will talk with her as friend to friend, so I will avoid the camera. We will have an informal conversation. The first thing that I would like you to explain me is what motivates young girls to go and work as a translator in an agency.
The major motives for girls translators to go to work for agencies is money, of course. You do the job, you get the money. You get the money not that hard. You spend 4 or 5 hours in the office working, letter writing, and it doesn't involve you more other effort. What other motives? You practice your English. Because the majority of translators, of course, that's their future career connected with English, to improve their English level, to have all the time practice with the English language. This is another motive.
How much money are we talking about? Is there a salary, a base salary that doesn't matter how much you translate or not, how many letters you do, you will have that salary, or most of your salary is a complement from this money? You make your salary working those 4 or 5 hours, and how much represent the letters do you receive per letter?
The amount of hours doesn't matter. The most money making comes from the amount of letters. So we had fixed price per one letter for letters which are paid. Introductories are not paid, of course. That's the work of websites to put the rules, of course, but the common rule was we get the money from clients starting with the second letter. So, for instance, you got, let's say, 2 hryvnias per one letter. And at the end of the month, you count how many letters you got on all your clients. I had different times from 5 till 10, 15 clients. So I was working for these 5, 10 clients, and in the end, the total amount of letters, you multiple on 2 hryvnias per one. So if I got 600 per month, I will get 1,200 per month in hryvnias. So hours, they don't pay mostly.
You spoke about the presentation letters. These presentation letters that translators in the office send to the men that are enlisted on the website, do you have any information from the girl represented from that profile that she would like to meet that guy, or you just, I know you are smiling already, but I need you to explain that. Is there any criterion to aim some man profiles and send them the presentation letter, or just to get as much men as possible to make more letters?
First of all, as I explained, any translator is not paid for sending introductory letters.
Yes, they are for free. That's why I'm trying to understand the sequence, how it starts till where it goes.
That's why the majority of translators don't pay attention to the kind of information you're asking about. So, of course, primary, what the translator has is this list with general information about the lady, which she fulfills, about her height, weight, color of her eyes, her hair.
Characteristics.
Yes, not much more. Some things like she likes reading, or she likes swimming, or she does sports. That's in 90% of cases, that's all information translator knows about the client. So the letter created for each girl, for each client, is a product of imagination and creativity of a translator. It's not a description of feelings or interests of this person who is on profile.
So we can say that it depends on the imagination and creativity of the translator to attract the man or not.
Yes.
Because the lady is out of this question here.
Mostly, yes. Of course, maybe I'm not talking about 100% of ladies, but we're talking about the majority. So we create, as translator, I create for my client a letter, and I send it to as much men as possible.
How many, for example?
There is a rule for one website. I remember it was 300 introduction letters per day from one girl.
300 per day from one girl. Wow.
It depends on the website rules. On some websites it's 500 per day. Every day.
Astonishing. Is there any pre-written letters, like a sequence? Because, for God's sake, 300 letters, it's a lot of imagination. Okay, the first one will be equal to everybody, the second one may change 10%. Maybe they could put the name. I put this question because I also make tests and I also have profiles online and I receive hundreds also, of course. And when they say, I like very much your profile, you have the characteristics that I was looking for, and this moment I remember. Please, I even don't have a picture there, and I said I want to meet people above 30, this girl is 20. Who paid attention to this? As you said before, you people don't pay attention to any data from the guy. It's just a name.
Yes, so talking about the sequence. First letter, even some systems on websites, they even fulfill your name automatically. So the translator even doesn't need to insert the name. Well, others, then the second letter, for instance, a man answered to introduction letter, and then the translator, of course, have created before stamps, pieces of information about answers to questions, like her interests. So here comes this passage, I like this and that and that. Then, tell me about your family, man asks. There is a piece about the family. So, and pieces like that.
Like a puzzle.
Yes, so then copy, paste. Of course, if the correspondence goes further, so he asks more questions, and then you understand that this is client, this is your client already. So you need to
attach already to that profile. So we need to start to be more personal.
Yes.
Here, when do you detect that? After how many letters do you detect?
At least 3.
After the third letter, you understand if we have a go with this man or not.
Yes. But for the beginning, at least 5-10 letters, like almost ready we have. So we need just to insert few sentences to comment on his words, to comment maybe about his profile or what he said. He may send you a letter which is very, very long, like maybe 1 page in a Word. But after reading that, well, let's say reading, at least looking general features, what it was all about.
You are saying that you even don't lose time to read all that.
How can you physically spend that time if you have 10 clients and each client has at least 3 men writing here every day? Do you think it's physically possible in 4 hours to write back personally to each guy in each letter?
Yes, I proved to our viewers that statistic that it's impossible for the girl herself to write those letters because it reaches crazy numbers. But the girl is even not aware about what is going on. I'm saying about those that are behind the scene on the agency writing those letters. They really must be drowned in letters, so they cannot read so privately and so curated way.
Of course not. Yeah, of course, if each translator had 1 client, maybe if the translator would be that honest and sincere in doing his job and wanted that badly, spending his day and night answering each letter personally, that would happen. But for 2 hryvnias per letter, who would do that? You should understand that
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. So you get the amount. You need to get as much letters as you can.
As much quantity. Another thing that was still on the subject about the letter writing. Can you work from home? Are you obliged to be in the office, or you can do it from your own laptop?
You can do it from your own laptop, in the coffee shop, at home, wherever you want.
How is that process happen?
How? You have access to the page of every client. You have a password and login, and you have it, because those are your clients, girls. and you know this information, so you log in any page necessarily, you check that, and you answer, or doesn't matter where you do that.
So in a resume form for us all to understand, when a certain translator that is working on one agency, this translator will represent a number of lady profiles that can reach till which quantity?
It depends on small agencies, local agency, how much translators do they have, for instance, and how big is their database of women.
Okay, let's put this way. An agency have 200 girls. How many translators they need to have those 200 girls hypothetically writing to the man?
200? Well, first, not all
of course, not all of them are popular, not all of them are so attractive, appealing, but that's why was the question.
At least 10 translators. So you have like 20 total clients, but active, those who get letters and those who you earn money on, it might be 5 to 10. This is very hard, but it's possible to work on that. Does
this have any association with photo sessions to create the most beautiful profiles as possible?
The photo pictures, of course, they mean a lot, because what attracts men first is appearance.
Yes, our world is visual, that's what called it. Do you, with your experience, do you understand if the man goes and reads very much the specification that is on the profile of the lady, or habits, what she's looking for, or they just look? How much percent is the picture for you?
For me, 70.
70% is what the man will pay attention to.
Yes, you can write very, very beautiful letter, you can fulfill profile with, well, first the profile is fulfilled by the translator too.
Yes.
Profile information. So, of course, it can be very good information and very personal. Maybe I tried, or other translators tried to make this profile interesting in sense of words written there. But if the pictures are not that special, or if the woman is very average, or she's not in taste of men, words won't mean anything.
So I can say that if the girl is have a very nice, well-written, sincere and deep profile description, but the looks doesn't help, she
will not get letters.
Okay. If she is a stunning, good-looking, provocative photo session and have a very resumed description, she will have letters.
In most cases, yes. Pictures matter more than words.
Make them up.
Yes. That's why the other topic. That's why clients who are popular girls, the agencies sometimes pay for their new photo sessions to renew the profile. At least every 6 months, I remember clients who had more than 500 letters per month. They were renewed
500 letters per month
on one client, on one girl. There were girls like that.
Well, that is already good. 500 letters, 2 hryvnias, it's 1,000 hryvnias.
Yes.
So we are talking about $120.
Yes. So then the agency is interested to put money in the client so they get more in future. Because they say, the managers say, I worked with many managers, they say that it's very important to renew the pictures in the profile so then men don't get bored with the same pictures and the profile looks better, and then you change, maybe to change the ID photo, the first picture. So maybe in this case the client will get more letters and attention, and it will help.
And what is the reaction of these ladies that ask to make photo sessions? Are they very much willing to do it? They don't put questions about the photo sessions, they just enjoy photo sessions, they don't care about what is behind. Nobody asks, but why make a photo session if I made one last month? I didn't change that much.
Not every month, but sometimes once in 2 months, in 3 months, sometimes once in 6 months. They, mostly girls, they like to have new professional pictures for free. Why not? They don't ask that much questions. So that's good for them. They get new pictures, professional pictures with professional makeup. They don't pay anything for that. What's bad for them?
There's no free lunches, so if the agency invests on the pictures, For some reason, can be they just don't work. Is that true?
What do you mean?
I'm saying the ladies that make 2 photo sessions in 3 months, as she didn't change, she didn't get old, she's still the same. She doesn't ask to the agency, but why you propose me to make another photo session?
They explain it the way that, of course, we can do your one more photo session because it will help you to be more popular, and then maybe you will get more presents because if the man get attention.
Presents.
Yes.
So the agency proposed to the girl and also elicit the girl that being on that agency with that profile, she may be lucky and she may win some presents.
Of course, there are services on these websites.
Yes, we all know.
Which offer men to buy flowers, candies, teddy bears, perfume, whatever.
From all that you also have a commission.
Of course, because it's a translator work to make the man give the present. Of course, not writing him, we cannot write directly that I want the perfume from this website. It's impossible, it's forbidden, strongly forbidden. But talking about that in some gentle way, like...
Can insinuate.
Yes, like you say, oh, today I was going for a walk and I was looking into the shops and I saw this new perfume and the smell is very, very nice. It would be nice to have it maybe one day. So the man would understand that she wants this perfume. So if he is interested, he thinks that he is doing a nice thing, given a present, given attention, and this is a nice thing to do. But it was the translator's job to give this hint. So he buys the present. And all are interested in this. The client is happy, the girl is happy to get the present if she gets the perfume or if she is given money, the cost of this perfume.
She may, but that is a scammer.
Oh.
That is a girl scammer. Wait a second. We are not talking about normal profile of girls anymore. If the girl asks the money of the perfume instead of the perfume, it's because she's in agreement with you already.
She's in agreement with the manager.
Both are fishing the money. The profile lady and the manager of the
For translator, it doesn't matter if she gets the perfume or if she gets the money.
I understand. The translator receives the money.
Yes, a little commission for each present. It depends on the cost of the present. Like for the perfume, it may be plus 20 hryvnias to my salary. Do you see?
20 hryvnias.
For instance, like
commission. But the perfume cost here about $100, so 800 hryvnias.
The more commission gets the manager, of course. And then, guys should realize that buying presents from these services, they fulfill pockets mostly of the managers. Because managers sometimes buy not that quality of presents.
The copies.
They copies, it may be a fake of any perfume possible.
So we have here 3 situations. We have the girl that is very much happy because she received the perfume and she's completely honest. Then we have the girl that receive a copy and nevertheless she will not complain because whatever will she receive, it's already always welcome. And then we have the girl that is already kind of professional one, that she's in agreement with the manager and they just split the money or whatever with that percentages and they will keep on. Is that true?
It is true. It depends.
How much percent this is true?
How much percent do you take?
Let's say that in 100 perfumes that an agency received this month to give to 100 girls, how many of these girls receive the real perfume, how many receive a copy, how many receive the money?
Of course, I cannot count the copies because I don't buy that, so the manager was buying that. But as far as I know, maybe in 30% of these situations, it were fakes. It wasn't real perfumes. What is needed to the website as a proof that the girl got the present is a picture with this.
Yes, I was going to ask. How do you solve the picture situation?
Sometimes it's Photoshop. Sometimes it's just the box, empty box packed with this name of perfume. Let's say so. They ask the lady to come to the agency to make the picture. And then they have the pictures, they send it to the website.
Just let me put the question. When the girl makes the picture with an empty box, she feels that there's nothing there.
Yes, if she, they discuss it with the client. If she wants a present,
Client lady.
client manager, client lady and a manager. The manager asks the lady if she wants a present or if she wants money, which this present costs.
She corrupt.
They give them options, as they call it, to take money or to take the present.
Convenient.
Yes.
It's an option. Of course it's an option.
So the manager doesn't care because she receives the money from the website, and it's her or his business to buy perfume or not to buy perfume.
Okay. So we are clear about perfume, flowers, daily beers, chocolates, bottles of champagne, New Year, blah, blah, blah. All these offers that we can see in catalogs in the websites, right?
Yes, about the flowers, funny, maybe not funny. So, stories which is a reality. Sometimes people just go to flower shop. They take this client and someone from the office, translator or manager, doesn't matter, a camera, and they just make picture in the flower shop with these flowers, with this amount of roses, this color, this size. So, and then
something that match with what was the article exposed to sell on the...
Yes, and then they, of course, if she wants the money, they give her the money.
And the flowers.
And without...
They never buy the flowers. And how they take the picture?
Sometimes they buy the flowers. Some agencies work in the way that for these popular clients, girls, they have pictures with, for instance, 3 roses, with 5 roses, with 7 roses. So they just change data and maybe some clothes in Photoshop, and they have this amount of flowers. It may be picture in the office. So like they gave her once these 3 roses, and they use the picture, the same picture, if the other guy bought 3 roses, the same amount, the same color. Mm-hmm. Some agencies find a way to make pictures, they never buy these flowers, and they just say a girl that let's go to the flower shop. They have some background like you have on your wall behind, so maybe it's the office, who knows. And they zoom, so you see the flowers and the girl. You don't know what's behind, if it's the office or if it's a flower shop. And no one buys these flowers. They give maybe 5 hryvnias to the seller in the shop for using this for making a picture, like you buy for a picture with a monkey or donkey in the park sometimes.
So let's say that a manager go with the lady to the shop, pick up a bouquet of flowers, step aside, then fit, make a picture, go back, put the flowers on the place. Right?
Right.
I already explained lots of these things before. I just wanted to listen live from someone that saw that happen often. Other thing that I would also you to tell us is when started on this process of communication with the man through the letters and crossing all these Saint Valentine's, Christmas gifts that we are already well clear about that, when we start to go to the shed situation. I would like you to speak about the sheds, because sheds bring more money, as I can understand, at least considering the cost of a shed comparing to the cost of a letter. So when start the shed to be a perspective of making money?
It depends.
Does the girl, sorry to interrupt, does the girl from, or any girl from those profiles, ask you as her representative translator, please try to see if I can chat with men because I have personal interest and see that man face to face and see what he have to tell me for me to know him? Do any girl ask you that?
In my memory, I worked more than 5 years for these kinds of agencies. In my memory, I had one client once asked me about that, and she was really interested in that.
5 years.
In 5 years, one girl was really asking me how it works. First of all, a woman doesn't see a man. It's not like Skype. Those websites gives the chance that just to a man to see.
The woman doesn't see the man?
The woman never sees the man.
Never sees
on websites I worked, and the majority of agencies work, you cannot see a man. The streaming is just one way, so men see you.
What motivates a girl to go to chat with a man on the agency, losing her time, sitting there in front of a computer, talking to a screen where she even cannot see the man? Why they accept to do that?
There are a few options. First options, lady is paid. If she's popular and she has actually the chat with make a man watching the video, she gets part of the money, so she has interest to come.
How much is this part of the money? How much cost a chat?
For the translator, well, I remember it was maybe...
No, I mean, in general, on the website, I want to chat with this lady. How much I pay for a chat?
It depends if you watch the video or not. Without video is cheaper. With the video, I never knew the price for a man.
The video is for the man to be watching the girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
because you can chat without looking your video. Without
just typing.
Just typing.
But the chat typing, we will go to that later. I just would want to clarify the situation about the image. So, first point, the lady does not see the man.
Yes.
Let's say 90%.
I know 100%. I never worked with a website.
So, second situation, the girl was called by you and she goes to the office to have the chat with this client, right?
It works a bit different. I will just explain how it works. We don't call a lady when the man is already online, because we cannot keep him waiting for an hour or 30 minutes it takes her to get to the office. So it is normally pre-arranged chat. So we send invitation letters for the chat, like, hi, I'm Marina, Katya, doesn't matter. I will be in video chat on Monday at 4 p.m. Moscow time, for instance. Yes, and we send this kind of letter to all the men who write her and to all her admirers.
To all of them?
Yes. So at least some of them...
But the chat was something already more personal that appears when the letter communication is going okay, then people want a little bit more, and then...
If to wait that, translators wouldn't earn money, agency wouldn't earn money, and it would be wasting of everyone's time. We don't have time to wait. We need to make this client, this girl, popular. We need to get customers, we need to get clients, men, to write her, to chat with her, because it's money. And the girl, what is done? In every agency exists the list of clients who are active. Let's say there is a database, 100% of these women, 200 girls, clients, and maybe 30 of them or 20 of them come at least once a week to the office for a chat. A manager calls every of these girls and asks of the time available for which is convenient for this girl this week, day and time, to come to the office for video chat.
So can I dare to say that those 30% of these girls, like you, they have a job and they go to the agency to make chats, to have money?
You can say so, not literally. You can say so.
Because
clients who don't get money, they are not invited. Girls who don't get chats itself, so they come, they just sit in camera and no one talks to them. So agency did not earn money on this girl, and they wouldn't call her that often to come because it doesn't bring them money. So they call mostly. They find popular girls who always have chats. Doesn't matter if it's a man who writes her, if it's a permanent client, or if it's someone who saw her online and by accident started talking to her. So they need a man who watches the video, who chats. That's it. And in this case, the girl is paid if the agency earned money on her.
I'm a little bit lost. Let's try to simplify the fact. As by experience, as I say, some websites when we open, it starts to pop up, chat with me. Who is there? Is the girl there, or is only the translator that is doing it?
Its translator sends invitations to every man who is online.
You have access to understand who is online.
Of course, you log into the chat room, and on the site you see all the men who are online. There are, for instance, 20, 30, 40 pages of men online, and you just click the icon to invite him to chat. Or copy and paste some nice phrase.
Okay.
Hey, wanna chat? I'm in such a mood.
Okay, let's pretend that I accept that invitation and I start to talk. I start to chat. The girl is not there. I'm chatting with you, translator.
Yes. If you don't see...
When am I going to chat for true with that girl that called my attention?
If she is in the office or if she is next to me.
But the girl goes to the office just waiting for someone to appear? They are invited for that?
I explained you. The girl, maybe some girls, maybe she had time, she called the manager, I can come for video chat now, and they say, okay, you can come, or no, you cannot come because your translator is not here. So, but to understand if the lady is there, you can just see if the video is available, if you can watch the video. If there is
Which video are we talking?
The camera, the live streaming. If she is in chat room and you ask her to turn on the cam and she tries to tell you that my cam is broken or I don't have cam, be sure you're talking to translator. So there is no girl.
If there's a refuse to put the camera on, the girl is not there for sure.
Yes.
So we have a situation that when we chat online, we may be chatting with the lady or not. Most likely not, because we need to pre-arrange this meeting. But if we want to kill the fact and understand if she's really there or not, we just need to ask to put the camera on. If the camera is not on, the girl is not there. Because you have all the interest to show the face of the girl.
Yes, I have.
So if you are obliged by the circumstances to deny, it's because you are alone working and the girl from the profile is not there. Is that correct?
Yes, I had my most popular client online. So, and men were chatting to her, so I was doing my job and studying, and at the same time, if someone wanted to chat, I was chatting. Of course, without cam, because I was home alone and I didn't have my client next to me. I couldn't turn on the camera. So then translators have all these excuses. I don't have camera, my camera is broken, no, my hair is a mess, I don't want you to see me like that, and etc, etc, etc. Everything which is possible.
You focus on interesting adjective, that is my popular client. What means a popular client man? We are talking about popular client men, yes?
I'm talking about popular client girl,
Because you must remember that when you say client, sometimes we don't understand if you are talking about the girl we're talking about.
My popular girl client is the girl who gets letters, who gets a man who want to chat to her, and who is my golden, precious, who brings
in the golden pot at the end of the rainbow is that girl there. So this kind of girls, let's say this way, you have more than 5 years on this kind of work. Did you see any of these top 30% ladies get married?
Well, I know some of them were engaged, and were engaged a couple of times to different guys, and they were still clients, and it was running.
So one was several times.
It was a circle running. Those girls, they are trying, if they want to marry, they are trying to marry a fortune. They are looking for sugar daddies or for the very rich guys. And if they...
That's why they submit themselves to these chats and
yes.
They support the agency in search for that
yes, they help each other. They help each other. So I know one girl who was top client of all the girls I ever seen for this period of time, and she is now married to a billionaire guy in Italy. So she got what she wanted, but she was the top client in this very agency for 4 years.
4 years?
Yes.
I'm just curious about one question, more or less, not to be too much specific. Which was the age of the girl and which was the age of the man?
She was 21 and he was 40 plus, maybe 45 or something like that.
So let's see the words, because we all are attend to the words. She was 21, she waited 4 years.
No,
so she started at 17, is not legal.
Yes.
Are there girls with less than 18 on the age?
Yes.
Do all the girls show the passports?
They do. And the websites, the big websites, they ask, when you download new profile of the lady, they ask for the scanned copy of the passport. And to fix this problem with the age is not a problem at all. It's again, you just change, you know how looks the Ukrainian passport, and it's on the first page, it's written the year of birth. So you put it again in Photoshop and you change 1-2 years this number in the passport. You save that and it's still the same scan copy. It looks like it was.
Surprising. And is this the reason why sometimes we can find the same girl with different age of birth in different websites?
Yes, this is one of the reasons.
Is there any chance that they may fake the number of the passport? Because a number is unique.
I don't know about the number of the passport. I will not lie. I will not tell anything about that.
No, I'm just curious to go deep, because I understand that all over the world, each country have their own passports, and there's never ever an equal number.
I don't know about the number. I mean, you mean the number of
there
passports?
Are some websites, as we all know, that they are like a kind of franchisee from others. They have a common database, so they have several names, but all of them are supported in one database. When you post a girl on this website, she immediately goes to 3 of them. So this to say that in all these 3 of them, the same girl have different ages, that should be noticed on the main database when the passport was uploaded. Or they let it pass, or they don't let it pass, and you have to fake the number of the passport to be another passport. That's why I put the question. But okay, let's leave it here.
Yes, I understand your question, but of course, this job of faking passports and everything, this is the job of the principal, of the manager. So
this is above you. It's on the
yes,
secrets
it's
of
about,
the administration.
I know these facts because I knew these girls' clients. I was talking to them and I knew how old they were. And then I just found out, of course, I knew the rules on the website that she couldn't be. It's impossible, it's illegal that she's under 18, but she was 16. So I knew the fact she's 16, and I knew the fact that she's legally on the website. So of course, once I heard that the manager was doing that in the Photoshop, correcting the birth date.
So this is, can we say that this happened often?
I mentioned that
when the girl is really a good bet in terms of good looking,
yes,
it happened, frequently can happen.
It can happen.
Back to what leads us to here, in 5 years, you saw a top, gorgeous, good looking girl that was not even in her legal age to be in the agency, was the unique wedding that you assist in 5 years.
Yes, it was the unique wedding.
How many agencies did you work?
Oh, let me count. 5.
5 agencies.
5 different, yes.
1 marriage with a girl that was illegal in the website. Surprising.
Some of those girls got married, but not to the foreigners. They got married here locally. Well, they got families, but not from the service.
Yes, you touched a nice subject that I also would like to ask you about. Is, do you reach any time to know that the girl that you represent, that you are making the letters, that she got married? Because we all live on the same city. We all know, we all have social networks, we all understand if she's married or not. Many girls I notice and I know, and I already showed it on previous movies, and I will show it on the next one. The girl got married, but nevertheless she's still there on the website. Is there because you want, because it's your tool of work, or she's there and you don't know that she got married? Or the girl didn't tell you?
It can be...
Let's have three chances.
Okay, so first...
The girl avoid to tell, the girl tell, please take me out, but she's still guessing me.
I know the problem. Many times I came across the situation that the girl says, please delete me from websites, I'm no longer interested in that, I'm getting married, or I've got a boyfriend here who is jealous, and etc., who doesn't like this.
You delete?
Deletes a manager again, not the translator. We don't have access to admin page. It's only a manager's responsibility. And some managers, they just keep promising, yes, of course, they will delete you.
Is there an excuse not to delete? Because I already had some testimonies from girls that say that they also tell me technical problems and they will be next month.
Yes, and sometimes it takes 2 years, 3 years, and the profile is still on the website.
2 years or 3 years.
It happened with my own profile, I'm still on the website. And I asked to delete me from because the other subject, majority of translators working with the agencies, they at the same time clients, because it's very convenient to video chat even. You're always there.
That is an available profile for sure.
Yes.
I also would like to put just a small information there, maybe you can help us to understand. Is there any legal agreement when you work with one agency and you want to move to the other one? I'm not asking about that one will pay you more or not, but is there any rule, ethical rule, written rule, pro form, legislation? We know that doesn't exist, unfortunately, but
well,
you can quit any time and accept any other proposal.
You are not working officially, so legally you can leave anytime you want. No one will keep you, but in reality the manager will find ways to rearrange you, to threaten you, that you...
How can they do that? Besides a physical threat? Well,
physical threat, or they will...
physical threat?
Yes, I know the examples. Well, it didn't happen to me, but it did happen to one of my ex-colleagues.
This happened why? Because the girl that is a translator that moved from one agency to the other, does she drag along with her the client ladies that she represents?
It's hard to do, but it's possible
yes.
to drag the clients. Here the point for the managers were that they lose this money maker. And the girls, the translators, point was to be paid more, of course, because the other agencies gave bigger money.
Let's make an idea about how much represent this money maker. How much money are we talking about? Let's make the accounts. You will help me to try to find an idea. Let's pick up from 20 girls that you may represent. You will tell me that 5 are top ladies that receive correspondence.
I can make it easy. I can just tell you the percentage. How much percent of the money gets the manager and how much do they pay to translators, in general terms.
No, that is a percentage. I want to find out how much one top lady client can produce to the company. So from 20, 5 are money makers. Those that are there for 4 years, 5 years, they are gorgeous, good looking, and poor little ones, they are never fortunate to get married. So these ones that are the money makers, these ones, how many letters they can receive in 1 week? Let's go this way.
In 1 week, let me count. So per day from 10 to 20, so in week it's from 70 to 140.
Let's pick up the 100 number.
Okay.
How much a client man pay normally to write a letter to that girl?
They got membership, so they get some package, but so like they pay maybe $100 for some amount of letters. What I know from one of the websites, it was maybe like $8 per one letter man pays.
Okay,
if it's out of the package. Let's...
Okay, so we already made this count from 140 letters to 100 letters. We now will pay $5 for each letter. Okay. So we have $500 from this one single lady in 1 week, right?
Right.
So in 1 month,
we
have $2,000.
Yes.
From these $2,000 that one lady makes to the agency, how much you win?
I win not that much. I will tell you why. About 50% of this 2,000, so like 1,000 goes to the owners of the website, this database of men who pays the money.
1,000 stays there.
Yes, 1,000.
1,000 arrive the small city, whatever.
Small agency.
Small agency.
Yes.
Right.
From this 1,000, let's say, the manager takes 70, 50%. It depends on how greedy the manager is, how much he wants to pay to the translator. The prices I discussed, of course, when you are applying for the job. So, you know, like if it's 2 hryvnias or if it's 5 hryvnias.
Mm-hmm.
So, the agency, for instance, gets this 1,000 and they split 700 for me, 300 for you.
So you can win $300 from that lady in 1 month.
Sometimes, yes. Of course.
$300, it's more than a salary of a doctor or a policeman.
Yes.
That practice for 15 years. Is that correct?
It is.
This is what motivates people to keep on staying there. They can make more money with 18, 19, 20 years old of age and good English than their own fathers.
Yeah, this is true. It happened to me myself. When I was working, sometimes my salaries were better than my father's and my mother's even together. And I worked like 5 hours a day, sometimes more.
5 hours, 6 hours a day.
Sometimes it was more if it's chats. Very popular for making money was night chat. Like I'm sitting home, I'm not sleeping, and I can chat. Because of the time difference, when girl can come to the office, not much men are awake. If it's the difference is 8 hours, so she is here 4 p.m. Count what time is it?
That is another interesting situation that I also would like you to reveal to us, is that you as a Ukrainian woman, of course, you know this better than me. A normal woman that works or studies, at what time she goes to bed?
Oh, it depends, of course, on
I put the question because I am back there on the States chatting, and I know for sure that here is like 2 in the morning and the girl is online waiting to chat with me. I see the girl that I like, I see her profile, I make my counts, I understand in Ukraine it's 2 in the morning, but she's there online. Is she there online or she's sleeping?
She's sleeping. This is a translator who wants to earn money and who is not sleeping for his reasons, because it's his interest.
She can sleep next day during the morning.
Yes, because no one chats in the morning when it's business time for US and guys are at work and they can't physically chat because they are working. So translators adjust to the schedule of men clients.
Men never ask, is that so late? Why you are not sleeping at this time?
Mostly they don't ask, because not of them count the time difference.
They don't pay attention.
They don't pay attention because they are happy to chat with this girl, for instance, and they don't care what time is that now. But some of them who are smarter and maybe who have concerns and it makes them suspicious.
They are serious and honest. Let's say this way, they are really trying to find someone and not passing the time online.
Yes, and they ask what time is it there, and then of course it's again the imagination of the translator how to explain that, oh, I wasn't just sleeping, I have important meeting at work tomorrow, so I need to get ready some project, or I have exam and I'm studying at the same time. I wondered if you can talk to me.
Okay, let me now make your life difficult, not being so dumb guy from this side of the world writing to you. If you are online, it's 2 in the morning, and you give me the explanation that I may accept, I immediately will understand that you have internet home.
Yes.
Then you speak English.
Yes.
Tomorrow I want to have a video chat with you. What may happen for that not to happen? How you prepare from that?
Doing mistakes in writing, or putting even phrases through online translators like Google Translate, so it sounds ridiculous, so you can obviously see it's automatically translated by computer, so then you don't have concerns about your English level. But some of the ladies, they actually put in their profile like intermediate. So intermediate is a level which allows you to have conversation and to be understood and to understand.
Yes, but the question is that
how to...
I see you online at 2 in the morning. Obviously you are home, you are not in the office, because I believe I'm talking to you, the girl from the profile that I like. So you are talking to me on a chat at 2 in the morning. So obviously you are home, you have a computer to be able you to do that. So I have here 2 very important keys. Mm-hmm. You have internet home, you have your own laptop, and you speak English. So as soon as possible, I want to video chat with you.
Then comes another story.
You. That on this case is our lady Drew. Is not the girl of the picture. But my question is how you, translator, take out that stone from your shoe.
Arrange a video chat with him in the office. Some next day or a few days after, when the client, you call and explain that it's very important that you come because this guy is really interested in you and he wants to see you on video, blah blah blah. Then the manager may propose this girl some present or money, whatever. So raise your interest in coming.
And when the manager asks for the girl to come to the office to save the situation and make this, does she immediately explain you don't have to worry because the man, you will not see the man, you are just going to show your face and we cook this for you?
Girls know all that from the beginning. Client girls, they know that...
Specify what is all that they know.
They know that they will be seen by men, they will not see men. They know...
Do they find it serious? The good question. But if I'm trying to find a husband, how you invite me to come to a video chat where I cannot see the man that I'm in search of?
They explain it from the perspective, we are saving your personal information, we don't give the man... If something goes wrong and you don't want to talk to this man, so he can find you, he can have your contact information. So it's better for you to come to the office and to talk like this from the beginning. And if you want in future, and he wants in future, he buys your personal information, and then you can go to Skype. We can help you with Skype in the office even if you need this. But from the beginning, it's in the case of your safety. So you don't get followed by this man, so he doesn't call you in the morning if he gets your information and he doesn't bother you. They explain that like this is better for you, this is better for a girl.
And the girl doesn't put the question, but I want to see the person that is interested in me. Because I'm also interested in finding someone as soon as possible, so I want to see. If I, as a girl, put you that question, what do you have to tell me about, to explain me that I cannot see him?
This is a technical problem of this website. They don't provide two-side streaming. That's not my responsibility. I cannot figure that out. We don't have chance to change that. That's how manager teaches us, and that's how we explain that. The website doesn't give this opportunity.
I see that during our conversation several times you mentioned that the instructions that you received to work. I would like to put you a question is, does exist courses or forums or something to instruct people that develop this work of working as a translation?
Yes, sure.
Employee.
As soon as you come to the agency, they give you, of course, they give you test on English, they give you a letter to translate, so they see first your English level. If it's at least intermediate, they take you. That's enough for them. What comes next? Then there are a few options. They either give you an experienced translator.
Just give me a second. how do you classify your level of English?
Now,
Yes.
I will not classify that because of the work I do now.
No, I'm saying, usually we are speaking English normally, okay? So, what is
fluent.
your speak fluent?
Yes.
So, this intermediate that can be acceptable to work already as a translator is not someone that can have a normal conversation and have vocabulary.
Vocabulary, yeah.
I'm starting to feel here a translator going to the dictionary all the time.
Yes. There is an every lingo installed on every computer in the office for that case. And the words...
So the translators, part of them, are not even self-sufficient to make the translation.
Yes. They are students, sometimes first-year students. They're still learning. The main thing here is to build sentences correctly, so to give the information to the man so he understands what she tries to say. She uses, or he, translator, vocabularies, online translators, then puts that all together and gets the letter.
Okay. Just let's go back to the courses that I put to the question.
So, what happens after you are in the team, let's say so, in this agency? They whether give you an experienced translator who works there for a long time and who knows all this kitchen, let's say so, and this person tells you how to do this, how to write the letter, what should be in that, how to reply, and how to attract the client so he becomes a permanent writer. The man writes you every day or at least once in 2 days. Then this person who is more experienced, you show her letters for maybe first 2 weeks. She or he checks all your letters and gives you advice. This was correct, this was not. Here you gave the answer which wouldn't make him write you further. That's why he stopped writing you. So they know all this.
So there's this formation.
Yes.
Takes how long?
Up to months, maybe.
2 months.
But you never stop learning. You all the time learn.
Yeah, of course. Then you start to self-develop because you understand the reaction, action, and you start to see what is better. But for someone to be capable to start to be self-sufficient, it takes 2 months.
Sometimes less. It depends, of course, on the person, how fast you learn to do things. That's personal. Other option here, without a tutor, like just a co-worker, a colleague, in one agency it was like once a week on Saturday morning, or doesn't matter, maybe Friday, on some weekday at some certain time, there was like staff meeting. So, and then we all sit, all the staff and the manager, and we discussed the amount of letters and all these things. And then they give, and then it was for every time it was some problem how to make man give presents, and they teach us how to write the letters so man gives presents. Or they tell us how to keep correspondence going. They give us some advice, they explain the man's psychology and things like that. So it was all the time, it was learning and it was controlling the process, and we were given advice, we were given ways to go.
One more subject that I would like to add to our conversation have to be with the chats, because I had many men that asked me and send me information for me to try to understand where were the true. Does exist fake taping of ladies for the men to see during a chat? Is it possible to have pre-recorded images?
It is possible, but technically it's not easy to do. So it works, but there should be involved some people, except translators, or maybe it can be a manager who knows how to do that. It's possible to do. That's the answer.
I didn't ask if it's possible. I asked, does it happen?
It does. But careful managers are afraid of abusing that. So they just need to use it in case of emergency.
How can I detect that I'm talking to a girl that is not there, is a pre-recorded image? Which symptoms would you tell me to be
ask
alert?
her to do some gesture, like to wave her hand, for instance, or to ask her to send you air keys, maybe, in the way she doesn't, well, which sounds natural, but involves some movement, specific movement for this moment. So then you can see.
I already had men saying me that the girl didn't react, and then the connection was terrible, and then the connection go down, and then that we keep on talking without the image. This is exactly because of what we are talking. She's not there.
Yes.
So, Lady True, we already understand that in 5 years working, you saw happen a marriage with a gold digger, with an older person. You could make more money than your parents together. It's not easy to change from one agency to the other, not because your skills, but because the competition, that there's no legislation and there's no salaries written anywhere. So we are all speaking about money, that we've been clean of any kind of taxes. Now, I would ask you something very personal about how do you feel to cheat on all these people during 5 years?
It's a very good question to ask, and this is the reason I and many other translators leave this kind of job. Because you cannot imagine how hard it is morally to do this job. First, when you start, you are interested in money. And you learn how to write letters, how to make men write you back, and you make money. Of course, as a student, you need money, and you need to find them somewhere. So you need to work. And this is a good chance to earn good money for not that hard kind of job.
But you have a heart.
But you have a heart, and this is a problem. You understand every time you lie about the connection, about even the fact writing 4, 5, 10 women being still the same person, the same Lady True, let's say, and at the same time you are Anna, Maria, Ekaterina, and so on. And you have all these men. This is a very hard job to do if you have moral values. I took it from the very beginning as work for some time. I tried to solve this conflict inside of me that, okay, I will do this as far as I'm a student because I need money now. And this is the best option I have.
But $300 a month in Ukraine
for a student
doesn't help to make a decision to give up on that, for sure.
You don't understand. I made this decision and now I earn less than I was before doing that.
No, I don't speak about that. I'm speaking that the decision is not difficult to take because the student that working 5 to 6 hours a day, when wants to, not even with a schedule, makes more money than their parents together. Let's see this way, it's not difficult to keep on doing it. My question is...
From the point of money, yes.
Yes, but money talks, right? What I'm trying to understand is that when does the moral conflict start to disturb and to bug people? Because I think it's not needed 5 years to start to understand what is going on, because I saw people bankrupt because of this, I saw people trying to commit suicide because of this. I see outrageous things that you helped to happen. And for sure you know even better than me, because I see the results on the men, you provoke them to happen. So how do you feel with that?
First, it's a system. It's not, of course, the system contains of people like me doing that job in the head with the manager. But being a part of the system, you are involved from the very beginning. You understand that not from the very beginning. I understood that it will be like this. That it's so serious. When you start, you don't realize it's that serious and it can end this seriously. Then you keep on running and you just like wear more coats when it's cold. And you put more and more coats on yourself and then you feel so hot. And then you have that conflict. I started having that conflict after the first year, because at that time I started having a lot of correspondence, a lot of these top clients, and I just things just started to happen to me after a year. I tried to work at least a bit honestly. I was calling the clients, talking about their interests and trying to make them to come to the agencies. And I realized that it's a waste of my time doing that.
Why? Because the girls don't care?
They don't care mostly, and I just waste my time and I don't get much money.
But why do you think the girls don't care? Because you don't have the right man to offer to them, because they don't care at all about the agency they went at because of the photo session, or that's what I wanted to understand, because there are so many, and to find the good ones there are so few. So those few ones, we understand that not people look to them so much as that, because they are not the top looking ones.
Men?
No, the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, and I'm saying that the girls don't want to come. I don't believe that if you would have a guy very similar to Banderas or Brad Pitt, saying, and you say to your girl that this guy would like to share with you, she will refuse to come. I'm asking, what does not create the interest on the girl to come to the shed? Is the quality of the client you have?
It's mostly the quality of the client. They are old, they are fat, they are not good looking. If the girl is 18 and she says, why would I talk to a man who is 55?
But
see?
This is the truth that you know.
Yes.
But it's not the truth that you write.
Of course.
When you write on her name, you say that there's no problem with the age, the love is the most important, the feeling is not the...
Of course. And the other problem here is the girls' clients. They are invited to be clients of this agency, of websites, and they don't come themselves with their own desire. So that's why the manager from the beginning says, you don't need to do anything, we make this photo session for you, we post your pictures. If you agree, she says, okay, what is my part here? What do I do and what do I get? Again, then she is answered that you get free access to the internet if you need on your own purpose. You can come to the office anytime to use that.
That is in nowadays.
Yeah, but 5 years ago it was the point. So then they say, if it happens, then men send you gifts and you get the gifts, or we pay you money. Or if the managers see that this girl is really a potential money maker, they propose her money from the beginning. So you are paid for this. So the problem here is the girls from the beginning are not interested in this to happen, in finding love. That's not their point. That's not their aim.
So can we say that the agency corrupt the girls the same way that corrupted you with your potential good salary, also corrupt the girls with the potential good income?
Yes.
Wow, it's difficult, this one. So, and the moral. Let's finish with the moral that I would like to understand. How you can get out from that drug that is making money upon people's feelings. When do you give up?
You give up when you just feel you cannot do that anymore. When you wake up realizing that you have letters to answer and you hate doing this, you don't know what to answer. You can do automatically create wonderful letter talking about how good was her day or what she did, how she met her friends, but you don't feel like doing that because you're sick of that. You're sick and
tired. Imagination is dry.
Imagination gets dry, but in this case, if you come to the manager and say, you know, my imagination is over, I don't know what to write.
Do you ever put yourself on the position of the man and say, if I would be on this, I really would hate the one that would make this to me.
Yes. And that's why there is another training part, how to finish the correspondence with a man in the best way, so he's not that hurt, and because this is human's feelings, this is human's life. Anyway, every translator realizes that that there is two side coin. It's not only a girl client, there is a man behind that.
I have knowledge about that situation when you, for example, are keeping communication with two different men with the same girl, and then the men want to come here. I noticed that several times the men receive very lousy excuses that they are chatting and they are corresponding for half a year. Suddenly the right moment that is coming, unfortunately she has a business trip, the grandmother 200 miles away got sick, she needs to move exactly on the date that is coming. Why does it happen? Give me just a brief explanation. Why does this happen?
A brief explanation. The girl from the very beginning said, I'm not going to meet with anybody. I'm here for money, the client girl. So I don't care what you do. If he comes, I'm not going to meet him.
Fair enough. Fair enough. One more question. That unfortunately all this exists for one reason. I go back to the 5 years and one marriage. I go back to all these girls that most of them seems not to be interested on finding anyone. And then I say, from all these men clients that sustain this industry, how much % of them did you reach to see them here visiting someone that you represent? How many are they that come here?
About 10%, not more.
So all the people that write letters and communicate online, men, 10% come here.
Yes, most of them, let's talk fairly, let's be honest. So, you know the age rate of the guys on the websites, it's 45, it's even 50 plus, 60, 70 years old men. They, from the very beginning, they just create this fairy tale, they live virtual life, and they are not going even, it's not their plan to come ever to see any woman. They're just happy to live in this fairy tale they create for themselves. To be talking to a translator for years, not knowing that, or even knowing that it is a translator behind, not the girl. And they are happy with that. It's enough for them.
So guys, I hope that this was, for me, was strong enough and elucidated upon all this. What I want to say is that I hope that I helped you to understand what not to do. And I also want you to understand that my work is focused on those 10%. Those honest ones that want to come, those honest ones that believe that the things can happen. This movie was to show you how much is important for you to have some guidance and to someone that can help you step by step. This is the reasons why we don't practice letter writing. This is the reasons why we don't practice chats. This is the reasons why we don't give gifts. This is the reasons of everything, because we want to be different from the industry and we want to help you to find your number one with an honest, devoted and local assistance. So if you are one of those 10% and you understand that all this that we heard from Our Lady true is what is around you, invest in yourself, protect yourself, and do it as much human as you would like to happen to you, and ask for help. Join to us, and I will give you all the bad news, but I also will help you to find those 20 or 30% of the girls that are truly interested as you are. Thank you for listening.